everybody. Welcome to another episode of Going Live for Migraine Relief. Yeah, so I'm Diana Anderson, and I'm super happy that I could be here because my goal is just to be here as a support for all of you out there who have migraines and to give you information and teach you all about what causes migraines and how to stop having migraines, most importantly. So thank you so much for being here and for joining us. Oh, and thanks for chiming in there, Sherry. We have Sherry today, and I want to hear from everyone who's here. So if you're on the call, just go ahead and drop in a hello. Tell me a little bit about yourself, and let's share. I don't want this to be a one-way conversation, right? Let's make it a group conversation. So each week, I'm here to give you tips and tricks on how to feel better, how to start healing your body from migraines, and um, and how to get well completely. So my story is, my name is Diana Anderson, and I started having migraines when I was 15, and I was in a car accident, and I had them my whole life, my whole entire life, and was getting worse and worse and worse until I had migraines daily. I saw all the doctors, trust me, I saw, neurologists and rheumatologists, pulmonologists, and cardiologist. I saw everybody, and nobody could do anything except, what doctors can do, which is give you medication. And I took all the medication, and the medication, it made me worse over time. And so I just got to the point where, you know, it was like, okay, I'm pretty sick. This is like, I can't get any sicker than this. This is do or die. I was having migraines every day and unable to, function normally. And I was a health coach, so I decided, okay, the medications aren't working. I'm a health coach, and I'm just going to have to, do healthy things to get well and start taking better care of myself. Now, people who know me would say, "Oh, Diana, you take such good care of yourself. You're healthy." But that's just, they say that because I eat well and I'm not, I watch my weight. But there was other things I wasn't doing that I'm going to teach you guys in the Facebook Live that are things about how to, like sleeping, like what we're going to talk about today, getting good sleep, getting, getting good movement of the body, and just all the things that really make our bodies well, because eating right is only one step in self-care. So I had to do all that, and I got well. I healed myself completely from migraines, and that's why I'm here. I'm here to support all of you in getting well from migraines and share everything that I know and help everyone to feel well. And so if you're online, just say hello and thank you for being here. For those of you who are here, I'm so happy to see Sherry's here, Christina's here, Rebecca's here. Let's see, that's all we have chiming in so far. But if you're here, say hello. We'd love to hear from you. All right. And so at the end of this live stream, like I do every week, I'll put links for you on some of my resources, and um, we'll have resources for you each and every week. Well, hello, Teen. Okay, we have more people here. Thank you so much for joining in. And today we're going to talk about these things right here, these three things. Why lack of sleep can trigger a migraine. Okay, that's a really important one. And then why sleep is so critical for migraines and what happens, you know. So basically, hold on, let me cheat and go look at my notes. Why sufficient quality sleep will help prevent a migraine. Okay. And then how to get the best night's sleep possible. Now, if you don't have migraines and you just are learning about, maybe you have headaches sometimes, or you know somebody with migraines, good sleep is good for everybody. So this will be important. The last part of this on how to get good sleep will be an important part for everyone anyway. So let's just jump right in. Okay, this is kind of a fun topic because I love biology and I love explaining the little tiny bit of biology that I know and what I understand about how our body works. So I'm going to tell you why lack of sleep can trigger a migraine. and help you understand what happens to our body when we're sleeping. And all this has to do with the liver and the blood. So the liver's job is to protect the brain. I mean, it has 500 functions. Like the liver has literally 500 functions it does. Now, I thought I was busy, but the liver is really busy. And your liver is really super busy every single night. It has a whole bunch of jobs it has to do. And if you don't get a full night's sleep, it doesn't get through all of its tasks. So imagine that your liver has like, you know, 250 functions it has to do at night, and you only give it 5 hours of sleep. Well, how's it going to get through all those functions, right? If you're not giving it adequate time to get through all those functions. Well, one of those functions is it does is it cleans our blood. Now, think of all of your blood cells. This is a blood cell. Does it look like a blood cell? I should have probably taken a picture of a blood cell for you. But pretend this is a blood cell and think of it like a bus. This is my favorite analogy for a blood cell. It's a bus. And what the bus does is it goes up to the lungs and the heart and it picks up the nutrients, the oxygen, and all the other nutrients, and it carries it to our brain and to our body everywhere. And it goes into the capillaries. This is a capillary, and it goes in there and it squeezes into the capillary and it squeezes out the nutrients. And the nutrients goes into the capillary bed and it nourishes our cells. Now, then as it exits the capillary bed, it takes waste with it. And it takes that waste and it comes back to the heart and lungs and it gets rid of the waste and picks up more nutrients. So it's a bus. It is transporting nutrients in and waste out. Nutrients in, waste out all day long. That's what the blood cells do. Now at night, those buses, they got kind of dirty, right? They had waste in there all day long. People threw their wrappers out and, people are on the bus and they toss out all their garbage or maybe their shoes brought in some dirt, whatever. Anyway, the buses get dirty. And the job of the liver at night is to go in and clean those blood cells, clean out those buses and take the waste and and get rid of it. And so every single night, your liver is cleaning your blood. Now, if you don't get enough sleep or enough quality sleep, the liver doesn't get that job done. So the next day, your buses are dirty and your blood cells can't carry enough nutrients and oxygen to your body. So you don't feel well. You feel kind of sluggish and tired. And if you don't get a good night's sleep, you feel kind of like, oh, I didn't sleep good or I didn't get enough sleep and I feel kind of yucky. Well, that's because your buses are dirty. Your blood cells are not clean and they're not delivering enough nutrients to your entire body. And if you're sensitive to headaches and migraines, that means your head is not getting enough blood and nutrients. And so it doesn't feel well. So one way to understand this is to think about like when you have a hangover from drinking too much. So during the night, in the evening, you drink too much alcohol or a certain amount of alcohol, and then your liver has to focus on getting the alcohol out of your bloodstream. It doesn't have time to clean the buses. So the next day, you have kind of a hangover and you feel kind of yucky, and that's because the liver didn't get its job done. So the best way to protect your body and your brain from feeling that way is to get enough sleep, and then your liver has time to do that job. So that's one of the things. Now, I love that stuff. Please give me a thumbs up if you love hearing about how your blood and your liver and all that protect your brain. If you think that's cool, give me a thumbs up because I'd like to know if anyone else finds that stuff super interesting like I do. Okay, and the other thing that happens when you're resting at night is your cells of your brain are getting repaired or made new. So all day long, I don't know how this happens, I mean, are we thinking too much? Or are we drinking too much coffee? I don't know what's happening, but somehow we are getting damage to our cells every day while we use our brain. I don't know why, it just happens. We're just losing cells and we're damaging ourselves. And while we sleep, we have so much repair going on to our brain. So imagine again that your brain has to repair itself at night and it needs 8 hours to do that. And you only give it 6 hours to do that. And then the next day you're like, yeah, I didn't get enough brain cells repaired last night. I don't feel so good. So it's really important to give your brain that time to rest and repair. Now, now let's talk about why this helps prevent migraines. Okay, so, and thanks for the thumbs up, you guys. Thank you. If you're, it sounds like some people are liking this information. I sure enjoy it. I really should have been like a biologist or something because I love studying the biology of the body. Um, anyway, so sufficient rest is really important. And please, by the way, for any of you who have questions about this, who knows if I know the answer, but I'd be happy to try. If you have questions about migraines and sleep or how, the body is, what it's doing during sleep, just type in your questions. I'll be happy to answer them. Okay, so your liver cleaning your blood is part of the reason why it prevents you from getting a migraine. So that was one of the reasons why it's really important to get enough sleep because we've talked about this many times, but your brain needs oxygen, hydration, glucose, and minerals to not get a migraine. And you're getting all of those things, oxygen, hydration, glucose, and minerals through your blood. And so if your buses are dirty or you're not getting enough blood or your blood gets thick and sticky and gooey because it's kind of dirty and thick and it's not hydrated enough, then it's not going to get through your capillaries. It's not going to deliver enough. So that's one reason why sleep helps you prevent migraines. Another thing is during your sleep, your sympathetic nervous system is getting rest. Okay. So during the day, we go in and out of sympathetic and parasympathetic, which is fight or flight and rest and digest. We go in and out. Our nervous system does different tasks with different, um, while we're in different states, depending on what it needs to do. Well, when we're in sleep mode, we go into rest and digest. This is where the body repairs itself, not just the brain, but the body repairs itself. And we stay in a nice, calm state of rest and digest unless we're in a lot of pain that can keep us from going into rest and digest. But that helps a lot, helps calm our nervous system and get us grounded and allow the brain to get what it needs. So that's another thing sleep does for us. And then the brain, while we're sleeping, it processes what happened during the day. So it needs that time to you got all the stimulation that came in during the day and all these memories and all these conversations, and it has to okay, we got to file everything away. So it's like there's so much going on at night, right? We're filing all the things we learned and all the things we experienced. Our nervous system is resting. We're making new cells and we're cleaning the blood. Those are just some of the things that are happening at night. And if we're not sleeping, then those things don't get to happen. And we need them to happen to feel good and for our brain to feel energized and ready. Okay. So I'm going to check in and see if we got any questions. Oh, we have one question from Rebecca. Do naps help? Well, definitely naps help because as you can tell, I mean, we can tell by how we feel, right? We wake up, we're tired, we didn't get enough sleep, and what feels good? A nap, right? It's like, I didn't get enough sleep, I got to take a nap. So obviously, while we're napping, our nervous system is resting again. We're making some new cells. Who knows if the liver has time to clean out the blood, but it certainly makes us feel better. And that's one of the ways we know what's good for us is what feels good to the body. Makes us feel good, not like an addiction, but makes us feel good all through the body, energized and happy and healthy. So yes, I would get naps and whenever you can if you have lost some sleep. Christina has a question. Understanding the science behind she had a comment, has really helped her prevent most of her migraines. Oh, that's great, Christina. Yeah, Christina's been doing great, and the science has helped me too. So I appreciate that comment, Christina. Yeah, for some of us, it's just really helpful to know what's going on. Why are we having migraines? What makes a difference? Okay, so let's talk about sleep and how to get the most out of your sleep. Now, what I'd like you to comment is if you have any great ideas about what helps you get better sleep, so that if there's anything on your list that's not on my list, we can go over that too. So if you think of, here's what I do to get the best night's sleep, please chime in because I don't have everything, every possibility down, but I'm going to give you some ideas. First of all, avoid electronics before sleep. That's a hard one because we live in a society where, we're on our phone all the time. Some of us have to be on our phone for the job. Some of us are trying to keep in contact with loved ones. But electronics disconnect our brain from our heart. So we kind of get ungrounded and they disconnect us. But they also have blue light stimulation, which tells our brain it's daytime instead of nighttime. And another thing they do is they keep us in high beta mode. So at night, so there's four frequencies of your brain: beta, alpha, theta, and delta. And beta is when your eyes are open, you're always in beta. And then when you're in theta is when you're kind of maybe just, resting, maybe meditating, just, kind of slowing down or about to fall asleep. Theta is when you're in deep meditation or you're sleeping, and delta is really deep sleep, really deep meditation. Some people don't even get into delta, but it's a nice slow, we want to get into delta if we can. Very slow, nourishing brainwave. Cell phones keep us in beta. So if you're in beta right before sleep, it can make it hard to fall asleep. Okay, so getting off electronics like 2 hours before bed is really helpful. As much time as you can handle before going to sleep will really help for many, many reasons. It also is a frequency that just keeps our nervous system a little more on edge. So I've been keeping my cell phone in another room on airplane mode and all electronics around my bed completely shut off and away. So that feels really good. I promise you that has made a nice shift in my sleep. Okay. Anybody comment? Okay. Please comment if you think of anything. Prepare what you need for the next day so you're not rushed in the morning. And, maybe take notes of what you have to work on the next day so that your mind isn't going, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow? What do I have to do tomorrow? If you're all prepared and you've got it written down, then your mind isn't racing at night. Sometimes if I feel like I'm not well organized, I'll keep a notepad next to my bed and a pen. So if I wake up and I forget, I remember something, I just write it down and I don't even have to turn on the light. I just write in the dark. That way it's out of my head and I go right back to sleep. Okay. Oh, yes, Shelley, thank you for that comment. It is really very valuable to shut off the phones at night. And it's really changed how I feel at night. It really has. I love it. I don't want to go back to having my phone near me or on or anything. Okay, and teen, a little reading before bed helps me. Oh yeah, that's a nice idea. I like that idea. Something where you're reading and you're just, slowing down the mind, being very present, because when we read, we're kind of single tasking, right? We're just doing one thing. So read and calming. I like that. Thank you for sharing. Okay, reduce your light exposure in the evening. Turn down your lights, especially blue lights. Some people have evening lights like lamps. I have lamps to help make the mind understand. So the melatonin can start because what happens is as the sun goes down, our pineal gland starts to produce melatonin that tells the body it's time to go to sleep. Okay. Yes. Rebecca said writing things down for the next day helps her shut her mind off. Yeah, I agree. That helps me a lot too. Good comment. Avoid caffeine and alcohol before bed. Small amounts of alcohol can disrupt your sleep patterns. Yeah, I know a lot of people drink wine with dinner. Okay, so if you're going to drink wine with dinner, take some time before bed to let that process and get through your digestive system so that it's not slowing down your liver at night while you're sleeping, right? And if we have migraines, it's ideal to avoid alcohol until we don't have migraines, for sure. And then stick to the same bedtime routine, waking up and going to bed at the same time. This is super helpful because the body gets into its own circadian rhythm, right? It gets into a rhythm with the earth and the cycles of the planet, and then it gets into its own rhythm. And then we just know, or it's easy to just be like, okay, it's bedtime, fall asleep. All right, we got some more comments. I just love comments. So I gotta pop over here and look at these comments. Deep breathing exercises. Oh, Narda, you're a person after my own heart. Yes, lying down and then, belly breathing and slowing down the breath. Now, there's one of the things I'm learning is about the importance between slow breath. So if we're doing deep breathing, it should be slow because slow breath is parasympathetic, rest and digest, and deep fast breath is sympathetic or fight or flight. So we want to do slow, deep breath exercises before bed. That's a great one. And Shelley listens to relaxing music in a dark room. Oh, yeah, definitely a dark room for like falling asleep, getting good quality sleep. Amen. And listening to relaxing music. Yep. I like that. There's frequencies that actually tell our brain to slow down. We can listen to more theta, delta frequencies that slow down the brain waves. Good idea. And going to bed early enough before I hit my second wind is a comment from Rebecca. I love these comments. They're great comments. Yeah, because once we hit our second wind, then our brain's like wide awake. It's like, our body sent an extra boost of energy up to our brain, and now we're wide awake and we can't fall asleep. So, having that regular rhythm is one of the things that really helps with that. Okay, thank you so much for your comments. All right, optimizing your environment, just like Shelley mentioned. So optimize your environment with temperature. So you want to have a good temperature that's not going to wake you up at night. Noise, trying to keep the noise level down, and then a dark environment. Those are really, really helpful. Now here in Kauai, it's kind of crazy because we have so many roosters. We have more roosters than we have people on this island. True story. That's what I read. And they make their noise. They start making noise every morning around 2:30 in the morning. 2 or 3 in the morning, you hear, "Arr, arr, 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 arr." It's like, what the heck? And so we keep a fan on at our house. So, we have this little white noise just because of the roosters, they otherwise they wake you up at 2:30 in the morning, and then they keep going until about 6 o'clock the next day. They go all the time. So noise is really important. Okay, I'm going to get some comments in a second. Avoid eating too close to bedtime. Yeah, because digesting food can help us keep us awake. That's really good. And then calming nighttime routine. So reading, like Teen said, reading, hot bath, meditating, deep breathing, like Narda said. These are all these nice. I like to stretch before bed, do some yoga and some stretching because it just makes me feel like my body feels more relaxed before I go to sleep if I do some stretching. And so uh, getting a nice calming set of activities. And then investing in a good pillow can be a way to sleep well and sleep long. If you get, neck problems, your pillow could make a big difference. And then making sure you get enough exercise during the day, um, because if we're kind of restless and we haven't had enough exercise, we don't have good circulation, and then we won't sleep as soundly. So exercise during the day, nothing too strenuous before bed, only like stretching or yoga, but good exercise. Okay, so let's see what these comments are. I got some comments coming in. I'm pretty excited. Okay, so Marie says tropical weather helps her sleep better. Yes. I agree with that. Now that I'm in Hawaii, like if it's raining hard and you just hear that, or the crickets, or the wind rustling in the trees. Yeah, I agree. That's really nice. I got to spend a night at a off the grid retreat center on the Big Island this week. And I had the best sleep of my life, or I mean, one of the best sleeps of my life, being outside, totally off the grid. The whole place was off the grid, and there were so many of these loud frogs and crickets and the rain, and I just loved it. It was amazing. So thank you for that comment, Marie. And Shelley agreed. Okay, so I was told they came with one of the hurricanes. So um uh, I didn't get the hurricane comment. I didn't understand it, Shelley. So maybe elaborate because I missed something there. Sorry. But lavender essential oil. Yep. Lavender has been proven to calm us down and help sleep. That's why in the days of old, they used to put lavender on the pillow because that scent helps us fall asleep. So lavender is a very good tip for any of you guys who need a little extra boost. And oh, the chickens. Oh, the chickens was that they came with one of the hurricanes. No, 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 no. I'll tell you how all the roosters got here. It's a sad story, actually. Excuse me. So they brought them over, different nationalities brought them over for cockfights. Yeah, so the roosters came for cockfights, and then the cockfighting became illegal, and so the roosters and the chickens were let go, and they just multiplied. They just don't have any very many natural enemies on the island, and so we have so many now. They're everywhere. So that's why we have so many roosters. Okay, so now you guys, um, tell me any thoughts you have. Um, okay, so Christina has a new purple pillow. Tell us about the purple pillow. Is that what's special about it? I don't know about the purple pillow, Christina. That sounds pretty good. I'd like to know more. Now you guys have some ideas, I mean, getting sleep, first of all, is critical. It's one of the number one things that we can do to heal our bodies, right? Not just if you have migraines, but just in general. Getting a good night's sleep where we have a good routine, we have a quiet, comfortable environment, temperature wise, sound wise. We don't stimulate our mind with too many electronics or too much food or alcohol or anything right before bed, and we have a routine. We get some good exercise during the day. We do some calming activities, and we just do self-care. This is taking care of ourselves, right? Sleep is important no matter what your health issues are. And so, and if you just want to feel amazing, have more energy, and even if you don't have any health issues, we still need really good sleep. So, let's see. I'm creating a new test to find out if you're grounded, because I've noticed that there's a lot of more stuff online about how much people are anxious, and anxiety is up, depression is up, and it's just a huge epidemic, a big problem in today's world. So people might not know, hey, am I grounded? Am I too anxious? What's happening? And I have a new test, and then I'm going to put the link below. The test will be done in about a week, so it won't be today that I'll have this on the link, but you can go down below, get on that link, and take the test to see if you're grounded. And if you're not grounded, it'll lead you directly into finding out what to do to get more grounded and why that's helpful, and how it helps the nervous system, how it helps the body to heal and rest and digest. So be sure and check out all the links below this video, whatever I put down there. I might even put some surprises down there for you guys. And I just want to say that I really appreciate the people who come on my Facebook Live. I'm here for you guys. That's why I'm here. And I really appreciate that you're here too, that you show up, and I can show up for you and you can show up for me, and we can just be doing live together. I just want you to know how much it means to me that you're here and that I can do this for you. So thanks so much for coming. Let's see what our comments are. We get more comments. So Christina has a new pillow. It's a new material and technology. It's like sleeping on a cloud, a supportive cloud. Well, I want one of those. I want a purple pillow. So maybe you have to tell us a little bit more about how we find purple pillows, Christina, because yeah, like Shelley says, who sells a purple pillow? Where do we get one? Sleeping on a cloud, a supportive cloud sounds pretty nice. I would like that. So Shelley, are you familiar with Mr. Pillow? I would like to know about these pillows. I have a neck pillow, it's curved for my neck. I've been using that for over 20 years, but I am way into the best pillows out there, and something new sounds like things always get better and better. So I'm really interested in Mr. Pillow and Purple Pillow. because those both sound great. Please share and tell us more. All right, so and please comment before we're done with this live because we're almost done. And I just want to let you guys know that I am here to help people get well from migraines. I have all kinds of resources available online. I have my website, my YouTube channel. There are I have two online courses. I have two books on migraines. There's all these ways, the Facebook Live, all these different ways where I just want to help you and get you the information that you need so that you don't have to have migraines anymore. Because I know it sucks. I've been there. It really sucks. And now that I have energy and my brain works and my memory's back and I feel so good, I just want to help other people do the same. That's all I want. It means the world to me when my clients are like, I don't have migraines anymore. And I wanted to give you guys, for those of you who've been listening and you know about Sandy, Sandy's not here today, which is amazing because she's usually on here. So Sandy traveled from Kauai over to Seattle, did not get a headache. We talked about that last week because we talked about altitude. She didn't get a headache, and she's now flown from Seattle to Montana to see family. Didn't get a headache. She's been gone for 2 weeks and she has not had a headache. She's been doing, and she had daily migraines when she got here, daily migraines. And now she's just traveling around, going to family, able to do everything she needs to do and not get migraines. And that's a huge blessing. She's got more traveling to do coming up, but I just wanted to let you know that she's doing really well. And she doesn't mind me sharing her story. I'm not going to share other stories of clients unless they give me permission to do that. But she's given me permission to share her story. Okay, we got more information. So the purple pillow is the same company that makes the purple mattress. So we can sleep on a cloud and put our head on a cloud. That sounds awesome. Um, I don't like the original pillow, but the new one is amazing. You can get them online or from the mattress store. They're a little spendy. You know what? It's sometimes we have to spend money to do self-care. We have to spend money on ourselves to feel our best and be well supported. So I appreciate you sharing that, Diane. Christina. I appreciate that very much. Yeah, Shelley, Sandy has her life back. Yeah, her daughter says, I have my mom back. She said, she's thanked me. She said, thank you, Diana. Now I have my mom back. Very, you know, I have a good life. I get to give that to people. So thank you all for being here. We have to end this live. Darn, it's always so hard to say goodbye, but I will be here next Tuesday at 3 p.m. And let's see if I can remember. Oh, we're going to talk about food triggers. Why do certain foods trigger migraines? Do you guys want to know? Stay tuned. Next Tuesday, I'll teach you why food triggers migraines. And yeah, thank you guys. Mahalo. Thanks for coming. So much love to all of you. Mwah, mwah. And I'll see you next week. Bye bye.